Up ahead. Paladin.
Who goes there? Ha! If you're looking for adventure, holding the fort like we always do. Usually the fort in question is bigger than this one, but you do the job in front of you, don't you? Seems someone high up doesn't trust the magisters to do their jobs out there. What should you expect beyond the bridge? Ha! Expect sorcery of the highest order. Expect Voidwoken, bigger and badder than you've ever seen. Expect the void. Go on through, adventurer. We will...
Careful now. That's a trap.
Before you, a statue reaches her arms blindly for the sun-drenched skies. As you step closer to the statue, you feel the most comforting warmth emanating from her, as if millennia of sunlight had soaked into her stone, just waiting for this moment, just waiting for you.
We should get moving soon. This place might be as safe as it looks.
I shall not mourn till war is done.
By Lucian's sword, we meet again. Would that circumstances were better here than in Fort Joy.
I'll hold. I shall not mourn till war is done.
A senior paladin sits hunched over a tattered map. He registers your presence, sits back in his chair, taps his fingers on the map.
When weeping comes, who shall avenge you, darling one?
Who are you, and who sent you?
He appraises you with a look, then grimly grins.
I think I've heard about you. Didn't you catch the Magister killer in Driftwood? Ah, yes. Discretion is the soul of valor, as they say. I may have a job for a man of great valor and discretion. Interested?
He taps a finger on the map on the table.
Here, in the Black Pits, are White Magisters. Their operation is shrouded in mystery, and this pricks our ears. We are gravely concerned. We believe the White Magisters may have strayed into the... We suspect that Dallas herself and her master Vriedemann are the inspiration for these dark endeavors. Look under the white veil of secrecy, and report back. How much do you want? I have fewer paladins to pay, so I have ready gold. But there are limits. You think very highly of yourself indeed.
He opens a...
Take it or leave it. Excellent.
He offers you an item. A whistle-like device sits nestled in your hand.
When you're ready, send a war owl. Be careful out there. It's a dangerous place these days.
He looks you in the eye.
Don't get caught.
I shall not.
There's a boat at the dock. Perhaps it may take us to the island.
Shall I take you to the island? A trifling amount, I'm sure you'll agree. Payable in advance, of course. But that makes no sense. Think about it. You don't pay the ferryman until he gets you to the other side, out of fear that he'll murder you midstream, rob your corpse, and dump you in the water, my friend. If murder was on my mind, I could do the job right here. Payment in advance, all aboard. Well done. You made it through. In the interest of efficiency and to ensure my quick return to the mainland, please empty your pockets in advance.
I seem to have made it. What lies ahead looks even less welcoming. quite the crowd.
He has faith in them, darling. That is all we need.
You! The Advocate has been waiting.
The knight leans in, a strange look of panic in his eyes that doesn't quite match his powerful voice.
Go! We have wasted enough time here, and he is not a patient creature.
How can I tell if he's to be trusted?
You don't need
The
me.
lizard's eyes are dark as polished coal, void of all light. A faint frost seems to cover the cracked and broken scales around his mouth.
Want to buy something or not?
No, thanks.
You have a reputation for both malfeasance and chaos. Imagine my surprise when it took you so long to find your way here. I see the miasma surrounding our islet certainly did not hinder you. Well, here you stand, in the flesh, so to speak. And a finer collection of corpusculae I never have seen. I trust you are not opposed to a mutually beneficial accord between... Likewise, I am sure. But I am not here to bandy niceties. Our situation is somewhat less than ideal. I am here at the behest of my master to offer you a simple exchange. An offer of aid for the promise of aid. The epitome of civil reciprocity. You and he possess a common foe. The power behind the Voidwoken has made our lives hell, so to speak. Since the Divine Order unleashed death fog against the Black Ring and those darling woodland creatures. And as the gods have shirked their duty, perhaps we could come to a mutually beneficial arrangement pertaining to both of our objectives. Indeed, I can offer you this. Excellent. My master has found your kind to be an eternally pragmatic group. The issue at hand is a simple one. We have suffered a Black Ring incursion into our sacred groves. They surround a tree that sits at the heart of this fair isle. Once the Black Ring have been eliminated, I have been authorized to send you on your way with that which you pursue. The location. But first, we must see that you are fit. First, we must infuse your...
The lizard's hand lashes out, the palm landing flat on your forehead. You feel a cold pain start to spread across your skull, but deep within you, something stirs.
There is neither enigmatic lore nor magical jewel required to open the channels of Source. It is enough to seize it with sufficient force of will, to know that all creatures are nothing but Source, and they...
You feel the pull of a far-off connection. You feel the dungeon, the red organic tendrils binding you. Your ears are filled with screams, and you're surprised to find they are your own. Cold pain shoots through your bones, sharp and quick, but cleansing. You can feel your body opening up, filling with a... The far-off connection fades, as do the screams. You feel empty, hungry, powerful.
Somewhat more roused, are you, Godwoken? It is such delicious vivication. Now, tell me, is there anything further in which you yearn to be enlightened? Why, the only thing you truly desire. Or certainly the only thing you truly need. I will reveal unto you the location. My master has dealt with many of your ilk. Small-minded creatures with a hunger for power, out to save themselves, or loved ones, or the world, some fantasy or another. But all are willing to strike a covenant if it means their success. One was even willing to give up the location of this council to earn my master's boon. How felicitous that you merely have to spill a little blood to earn the same. Because it is expeditious to do so, my master would have this isle cleared as quickly as possible.
The lizard looks about to make sure no one else can hear.
And, if you are to become the new Divine, I would much rather be an ally than a foe. After all, the power you wield will be as a great sword to my master's butter knife. There are legions that would follow you, myself included. your power would be unfathomable. Assuming, of course, you take it for your own. My master's identity is of no practical consequence in this matter. You need concern yourself with nothing barring the truth that my master always honors his vows. Your smoldering half-demon.
It feels like there's fire in my blood. I never imagined such power.
The statue is a striking, even stranger. A shard of polished iron peeks from under the statue's base. There's something even a triple-sized troll couldn't make the statue budge. Whatever the stone figure
Stand back! Not a foot on these stairs. Whatever words you carry with you, they are warty with futility. I know you for what you are. A mere mouthpiece of deception. It is of no use. The advocate knows the tree belongs to the ring. Oh, I can measure the... You lie. You... Bah! Blood among blood you will be.
Woke up this morning in a sweat. Can't get that thing out of my mind.
Fasten tight. Smells of lavender and charred flesh. It's almost homely. Almost. Is that her eye? Did she pluck out her own eye?
Ah, hello there. If you're...
The spirit doesn't register your presence at all. She wrings her hand as she looks down on her poor, crushed corpse.
Should have paid. Should have paid. Always pay. Mama said, can't fool a troll. Got to pay the troll. Always pay. Should have paid.
Ah, you again. If you're...
Maybe the river could be crossed on that.
The Master? The Shadow? The Crawler?
I see a key.
He has 10,000...
And in it...
In the darkness of the woods, you spot a man overlooking a cage that holds creatures crept from a nightmare. Despite the all-too unsettling nearness of these horrors, he looks poised, regal even, and wholly at ease.
Go on. Step in from the shadows. Let's have a look at the wanderer lost in the woods. There is much weakness in Revelation. What upper hand you had, you've lost.
He eyes you with a sudden intensity, makes you feel like a weight upon a scale, balanced against an
I stand corrected. It is in the Revelation that you show your upper hand.
He sighs, contentedly it seems, darts his eyes to the demons, then back to you.
The roads are rather dusty today, aren't they, Godwoken? May I offer you anything to drink? No. Of course, one like you is never thirsty for wine, nor for water, but for source?
He pours a glass of wine from a bottle in his greatcoat and drinks it down in one voracious gulp.
To your very good health, I'm sure. Now then, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Jahan. Above all, I am a demon hunter. Underneath it all, I am what those with a flair for hyperbole call a master of the source. Of course you are. That is what Godwoken do. The answer to your next question, by the by, is yes, I will teach you if you do something for me first. Quid pro quo, I'm afraid. A tad vulgar of me, that much I admit. But needs must when the demon drives. It will come as no surprise, I suppose, that it is a demon that drives me to seek your benevolence. I've been hunting him for a long time, and now I've managed to track him down to the...
He points towards the northeast. You see nothing in that direction, but...
I know it's there. My caged guests have confirmed as much. But to my great frustration, I cannot reach my goal. Indeed, you can pass through the fog unscathed. As for the creature you will find on the other side, consider it a test. Kill the demon, and I will be your teacher. Then let me shake your hand, and the demon's guise, or vessel, one can't be quite certain, is that of a lizard known only as the Advocate. Like all of his ilk, he is kind, he is charming. He will offer you what you desire most at seemingly no cost at all. There is no such thing as no cost at all. My advice is to strike before he even has a chance to speak. But should you choose to disregard me, should you allow him to parley, all you have above all else, remember that.
He smiles, like one would at a child, asking about the birds and the bees.
I know because I've known others like you. Those whose fates are chained, for better or for worse, to that of the gods. I have battled the foe of foes, and conquered it. For a while. I have sat in perfumed gardens with the source herself, drank life from her very lips. I have seen well over 2,000 springs, and will continue to do so until time itself closes its weary eyes. Trust me, I know what you are, and what you can be. May you... Nothing good will come of speaking with them. They may sound merely mad, but they're infinitely more clever than you imagine. They move between moods like wind through... They'll talk themselves out.
Before you, a statue reaches her arms blindly for the sun-drenched sky. As you step closer to the statue, you feel the most comforting warmth emanating from her, as if millennia of sunlight had soaked into her stone, just waiting for this moment.
Lake of death fog, and the bridge appears to be down. There must be a way across.
Hungry.
Be ready to flee, if necessary.
Hungry.
We need to get closer. Then maybe I can sedate her. She's badly afflicted, but still powerful. Be careful.
Across the cellar, a shape bearing some resemblance to a woman lurches around to face you.
She senses us. Be calm and quiet. No sudden moves. You're right. I hadn't noticed before. Couldn't get close enough. We have to help her. All right. We need her subdued, understand? Do whatever you can to knock her down. Just don't...
Another gurgle, sharper, angrier. The young woman lies still on the floor. Her breathed Swan approaches, cradling his arm.
Those summons of hers broke my arm. I'll do what I can to help, but the rest is up to you. Tread carefully. One false move and she's dead.
Part of her skull lifts away in a neat square, revealing the Something moves along her exposed lobe. It's a maggot of some kind. The maggot is caught in the pinch of the tweezers and plucked off in a single, swift movement. The woman's breathing has grown shallow as she hovers between life and death. All you can do is close her up and hope for the best. You try to replace the bone extract. It doesn't seem to line up with the hole very well. You shove it in as best you can and draw the... Your hand passes over the needle and thread in Swan's satchel and instead fishes out a roll of bandages. You wrap... The woman's breathing grows stronger, more even. Colour flushes her cheeks.
She's alive. You did it. I've never seen anything like that, not in 20 years. I'll tend to her here for a while.
The young woman blinks as she...
It's you. I remember your face in the darkness. You saved me. The Magisters arrested me in Arx for sorcery. They strapped me to a table. And they put something in my head. They put me on a caravan bound for Fort Joy. They said I was going to become a pet for the hammer. I could feel myself changing. I tore off the shackles that held me, like they were part... I remember hearing screams, feeling the blood of others on my hands, in my mouth, and then I woke up.
That was damn fine work. I'll keep an eye on her until she's ready to fend for herself. If you find yourself in need of potions or healing, be sure to come to me. It's the least I can do. All right.
Was good at knowing when to fold.
Looks like this place has seen better days. Much better days.
Creature. It's not Donna, not anymore. It's the Magister's property. Let them handle it. Besides, what's the alternative? Guard this door forever? Feed them like pets? Get yourself together, man.
Good find.
That thing isn't Donna. It isn't anybody. It's a monster, pure and simple. All of them are.
Two paladins are arguing in front of the door to the modest farmstead. They notice you're...
We're guarding this house. What? They didn't kill anybody. The Magisters who controlled them did. You know, but they did turn her. And now she's not Donna anymore. Get it through your head. The poor creature... No, wait!
The other Magister...
In any event, it's our business, not yours. You can't do these. They were people who were... Back off, man. Back off. Back off.
Gareth toils in monotony.
Anybody. It's a monster, pure and simple. All of them are. forever? Feed them like pets?
Gareth toils in monotony. Gareth freezes, then turns slowly towards...
I'm digging my own parents' graves. You'll have to forgive me for not being
Gareth moves to continue.
No, of course, Godwoken. I've seen Seeker's blood seeping into the sand. I waded through corpses on the deck of the Lady Vengeance. But when the lifeless eyes looking back at you are your own mother, I just didn't know. I didn't know what darkness lied beyond pain. Now...
Gareth shies away from you.
Comfort! Even Lucian has none to spare. I've prayed no comfort, only recompense. Against Dallas's cronies, against the abomination that carry out their commands. The monks do the dirty work, and the whites keep their robes clean. The monks that did it, they're still in the house, spreading their rancid smell. Paladins came to clean up the mess.
Gareth forcefully exhales and looks past you to the nearby house. You fear he might snap the shovel's handle in two.
I've no use for empty platitudes. Not from a walking skeleton chosen as the Seven's divine pet.
You swear you hear Gareth's pulse, galloping faster than a saddled mount. You've never heard such a thing before, but you suspect Gareth's heart.
If you want to help, then you find the craven wight that ordered their slaughter. Anyone that stands between you and truth, no matter the flag they fly or creed.
His clenched jaw tightens further, and then, in an instant, Gareth's guard is broken. Tears...
My parents, they did nothing to deserve this. I'd give my own life to bring them back. I never... You're right. There's nothing more to be done here. Lucian, forgive me.
That thing isn't Donna. It isn't anyone. It's a monster.
This Magister didn't die by a sword anyway.
Void broken!
The spectral
Bloody shambles, this. My thanks for your help.
He takes a pull from a water canteen. Then...
No, it ain't. A sorcerer fugitive was hiding here. Some of the locals were stupid enough to help him. We got a tip these Voidwoken appeared, thanks to him. It was messy.
Any trace of
Take my advice and don't say another word. They'll all get what they deserve. Damned idiot.
The bitter air warms you as you near the stone monument. As you cup your hands beneath the statue's feet, the oil spills into your palms and overflows. Looking down...
Villagers. Some slain by Voidwoken. Others, perhaps not. These people were slain by blades, not void-woken.
I'll give you fair warning, stranger. Turn around and get out of here unless you want to end up like this treacherous filth.
He throws a kick into the ribs of a nearby corpse.
What they did deserved a lot worse than what they got. This lot were sorcerer sympathizers. Good magisters.
He gestures around at the Voidwoken wrought destruction in the area.
They forced our hand. We've got to do whatever's necessary to hold. Fool, you could have just walked.
Untie me. Please. Thank you.
Her tear-stained cheeks quiver as she surveys the blood-spattered floorboards.
It's like a bad nightmare. Except you never wake up.
The young man grunts as he fruitlessly tries to free his hands from the heavy knotted rope.
Thanks.
He looks to his slain brother's body. His eyes well with tears, though none break free.
We didn't deserve this. We didn't deserve any of this.
Are you proud? Proud to stand in the way of justice? Proud that you'd allow Voidwoken to raise the land? Proud of your wrongs?
A crooked sneer surfaces from the spirit's deep pit of contempt.
I know that justice starts with duty. I know that it starts with a code.
His sneer widens.
I know your type. You have no code. You blindly ricochet from one conflict to the next, stirring the pot while scolding the virtuous. You pretend to have honor, but you're a fraud.
How could they?
fine.
Who are you?
Suspicious, he examines the document. On realizing it's real, he hands it back. Then...
I apologize. I didn't know. Admission granted. You, there! Guard! Admission granted! Just doing my job. Please.
Realizing it's a lost cause, he swallows hard, then gives you a stiff salute.
Don't hurt me! Like I told them Magisters, you can search the house all you want. The sorcerer ain't here, the door's locked, and the house ain't even mine. Magisters told me to stand out front till they caught the sorcerer, and I don't want to upset them when they're on the warpath.
She closes her eyes.
Everything's going to be all right. 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 Everything's going to be all right.